All right, what's up, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. Going to give you guys an update real quick on ATER. And if you watch this video and you watched my previous video on ATER, all right, you'll know and you'll start to understand how to trade it and how to learn what price it's going to next and whether you should be long or whether you should be short your position, right? Because as a trader, you don't have preference, right? If you can make money on the upside, you make your money on the upside. If you can make your money on the downside, make your money on the downside, right? You can't have bias and want to be up only. You need to trade what's presented to you. Okay. Now, in my last video, I showed you guys the bearish divergence. Okay. But if we look here, ATER continued to rally and hit our bullish price target here of 161.8. All right. So we'll, make this a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see. And the way I broke it down to you guys and explained it to you last time, this blue level here is going to be your breakout level. These yellow lines are going to be your base support levels, and then the red is going to be your bearish price targets. Okay. Um, Now, what this means and what I went over previously was waiting for confirmation. Okay. We're looking at the 1 hour chart. And I recommend, kind of using the 1 hour chart if you're trading intraday, right? If you're doing day trades or swing trades or some stuff like that, the 1 hour chart is going to help you. All right. And the reason being for this is it's really easy, or it's easier, okay, to see the candlesticks develop and get confirmation. All right. Now, a lot of people are curious on, what is confirmation? And that's something big for a lot of beginners, not being able to understand. Well, and one easy way to explain it, confirmation is going to be when the candlesticks open and close above your levels. Okay. So if we look here originally at the rally, okay, um, we needed ATER. All right. It was pulling back. We needed it to hold here and stay above there for confirmation of an uptrend. Okay. Well, if you notice, the candlestick started to open and close below it. And what did that do? That took us down to our next price level. Okay. Where we started, we found a little bit of support. They opened and closed below it, but right after that, they started to open and close above it. Now we're seeing the candles hold the line. Okay, hold the line, baby, at 402, and then they come up here and hit the next price target. Okay, then we open, we close above, and we come up here, we hit our bullish price target. And if you look after that, we come up, it comes back down, during pre-market, market opens, and we start to open and close above the trend line. All right. Now it does zigzag and consolidate in between these periods, but eventually we do hit our bullish price target here of 66.82. All right. And it doesn't go any higher than that because if you look, the candlesticks are closing above, but they're not opening and closing above. This one opened up here and then it closed below. All right. So then we start our trend back down to here, 509. Okay. So you could have shorted this once you saw that it was not holding above 682, and you get in some put contracts, or you sell some shares, you short some shares, you write it back down to 509. All right. You exit your position and now you're up, you have some profits, and now you're waiting. Okay. So now we're kind of in the wait zone, the chop zone. Okay. We're back in here. All right. In between these price levels are base support levels. Okay. So currently, ATER needs to hold 4.02 as a support level, and we need to open and close on our 1 hour chart above these prices. Okay. As long as we stay above these prices, then we are going to be consolidating in between 402 and 449. All right. So, and then once we break above 449 and we see the candlesticks open and closing, we can come up to here, and we know that the next take profit level, if you're day trading, is going to be 509. And once we, get past 509, then that's our breakout level where we could hit our bullish price target. But being that we've already hit this target, okay, a lot of the steam and a lot of the move for ATER may be gone. Okay. We go back to that original bearish divergence I showed you guys. And bearish divergence is an indicator used to tell that there may be bearish activity in the future, not immediately. Okay. If we looked here, we have a high here, a higher high here. All right. And then we have a high here, a lower high here. All right. That's bearish divergence. You notice we did have a little bit of a pullback, but we found support. Okay. The RSI comes back down. We find support and we rally up again, and we get rejected along this trend line, our bearish divergence trend line. Now let's look at the price action. We come here, we go up, and boom, right around our breakout level, our blue line 509 is when we hit that, and we're also hitting our bearish divergence. what do you know? It pulls back a little bit. Okay. So then we look at the RSI again. It's pulling back. It's pulling back. It's pulling back. All right. And until eventually we hit the bearish trend line again right here. Okay. Our bearish divergence trend line. All right. And if we look at the price action, this is when we hit our highs. Okay. So, we came up here, we hit our highs, we hit our bullish price target, but we had this bearish divergence telling us that, okay, each time, you come up here and you hit this trend line, now we know that, okay, not only is this a take profit zone on the stock chart, but on the RSI chart, this is a area of resistance, this trend line. Every time we come on this trend line, it's been battling it and it's been falling down. All right. And what do you know? The stock price falls dramatically and goes from 682 all the way down to 413. And now we're not even near this bearish divergence trend line. But something I would be cautious of, okay, and for ATER to continue a breakout or have another breakout, okay, is it's going to have to break this bearish divergence trend line. And that's the main thing that I'm looking at right now, is that every time we come up here, it's hit resistance. So let's say we do break past 449 and we come up here to 509. If our RSI level is up here, and we're facing our resistance on our RSI, then we can assume that, okay, hey, there's most likely going to be a pullback incoming soon. All right, we have a little bit of a chart pattern known as an inverse cup and handle. Okay, now I'll zoom in on that and show it to you guys right here. But essentially what you're looking at is going to be this. Okay, here's your cup. Okay, we have a nice cup pattern. All right, and then here's our handle. Okay, so the way I like to draw and chart up these bearish cup and handles and plays like this is I like to draw a channel. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll come over here and we'll draw a nice bearish channel. Okay, and this is going to be the price levels that we need to break below, and this is the channel that the stock may trade in. Okay, so we may see something like this. It may go like this, right? Go up and down, find support here, come up. Okay, we could see something like this happen, but once we see it come down and break below this trend line, all right, then we have the possibility of our cup and handle playing out. So what you would do is you would get from here to here. That's going to be the base of your cup. Okay, or that's essentially your cup. You'll duplicate this drawing and you'll put it right around here on your chart, okay, for the breakout, for the breakdown. And you can see here that it's going to take us directly right around to this 369 level, which is the support level we have drawn up here too. Okay, so that's one thing that I am looking at, especially if we don't see buyers stepping in. Okay, Friday was a very nasty day for the stock market, including for ATER. It was down 6.4%. If that trend continues and we don't see an uptrend, then we could break all of these levels. Okay, as soon as we break 4.02 as support, our next support level is going to be 369. We just went over the inverse cup and handle. Okay, where here's our cup, here's our handle forming right now, and the stock, the essentially the play, the inverse cup and handle will be respected as long as it's trading in this area. And if you see a breakout to the upside, okay, then this pattern is now invalidated. But if we do see a break to the downside and we start trading below this trend line right here, then you can look for it to take you possibly all the way down to 369, with 4.02 being the major support level that we need to break. Okay, so this is how, again, you'll start to find these things. I'm using the Fibonacci's right now, and that's what I did on the last video. And this is, the Fibonacci's are very well respected. Okay, you can even zoom out to the daily chart and just kind of see a little bit more on the daily how things look. Okay, so we close on this candlestick right around the breakout level. Okay, then we do have our breakout, and eventually we come back down, find some support at this level again. And look at this candle. Look right where it opens up at. Opens up right along our bullish price target, and then we fall down. Look where it finds support at, right at 449. Okay, so this is one way that you're going to be able to gain an edge in the market. Okay, because when you're trading, you need to have an edge and you need to have a game plan. Okay, so if you're using the Fibonacci's to trade a hype momentum stock such as ATER or SST or any of the meme stocks, right? This is going to be a mathematical equation that you guys can use to figure out key support and resistance levels in areas where people are going to be taking profit, just like they did up here, in areas where it's going to find support at, okay, just as it's done, here in the past. All right. So thank you guys for watching the video. Hopefully it made sense to you guys. Hopefully y'all learned something new. And if you're a beginner and some of the things I was talking about, let's say Fibonacci's or say bearish divergence, if some of those are new, well, you're in luck. I have 2 videos right here you can watch, giving some brief explanations and breakdowns and walkthroughs of how to use the Fibonacci's and also how to use, your bearish divergence and chart it up yourself. Okay, so watch those videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out.